Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to get rid of old bubbly tint that's been there for a long time. It's been baked on there. Okay, the things that we need today for this job is the steam cleaner for starters. We've got the methylated spirits, the spray bottle, which will be pouring the methylated spirits in the actual bottle and spraying that onto the window to get rid of the glue, and a rag, just a soft towel. I use old towels just cut up. They do really well, and they're nice and soft and absorb a lot of the glue when you wipe off. Now, when removing this tint, you have to be very careful with those little orange lines, because that's where your demister runs through the heating element. So if you make a little break in that with a razor blade or a screwdriver or anything like that, trying to take the tint off, your rear window won't defog by itself anymore. So you'll be very careful of that, and I'll show you a trick how to get rid of the sticky residue without too much effort. Now, this tint has been there for about 15 years or so. It's really stuck on there. You can see it's gonna peel off little bits. I bought one of these handheld steam cleaners from Kmart. They were only $32 Australian, and it's going to make the job a whole lot easier in taking off the flaky tint. It's definitely worth getting something like this, otherwise it's going to make your job a lot harder. It's going to take a lot more time, so definitely it's worth the small amount of money to do this job, and you can use it for other jobs in the future. Okay, the instructions tells us not to fill up the container more than 250 ml worth of water, because it's a 350 ml boiler inside. So we'll just put 250 ml worth of water in there. Just gotta put this cap back on. Okay, I screwed down the cap properly and power's on. It should take about 3 minutes and we should be ready to go. It comes with a few attachments. I'm using this one. It's more of a flat attachment. We do more of a surface area with it compared to the skinny little nozzle. So we'll see how this one goes. Okay, our green light's on. We're ready to go. It's ready to go. Let's do it. You can see how much easier it's coming off now. That steam loosening off the adhesive. It's just best to do little sections, bit by bit. That way you can get it while it's still hot and wet from the steamer. I found if you let it cool down too much, it sort of reverts back to how it was before. So it's best to do bit by bit, and that way you can take off little sections at a time. Okay, to get off the glue and sticky residue on the window, we're going to be using methylated spirits. That's what we call it here in Australia. In the US, I think you call it denatured alcohol, and in a lot of other countries too, but I'll include a Wikipedia list of the different names for the same product. Now just get an empty spray bottle, and we're just going to pour our methylated spirits in there. spray that on your window. Now you can see I've got most of it off. There is still some left, little patches left around in the corners there. But what I want to do now is spray some methylated spirits over and let that soak in, and we'll come back to it in about a minute or so, and then we'll spray some more on there, keeping it wet, and we'll wipe it off with a clean towel just to get rid of this excess. It's all dry. It's really dry stuff. It just won't budge. Be spraying on there. Just spray it liberally around. Just gonna let that sit for about a minute or so. Okay, it's been about 30 seconds, and you can see that what was dry before is just dissolving and rubbing apart now. Really easy. It's just eating away at that glue. Just doing that with my finger. Get the rag. See all that gunk come off. Fold that over. Give that some more of a spray. Give that another wipe. That was just 30 seconds and it just ate into it straight away. So now we're left with the bits that we need to take off still. So we'll take these bits off and we'll continue at it. Now you will get some sections which are really stubborn and won't come off. So what I found works best just with our methylated spirit spray. Just letting that soak a little bit and using our thumbnail to get in there and loosen up. Just with your thumb, just rubbing it back and forward. You can see it comes off. Even with the steamer, you might struggle with some parts, but I found once the spray gets in there bit by bit, it starts eating away at the glue. You can start peeling off just with your nail and just scrub. You get those little marks out of the way. They'll just start rubbing once it starts dissolving in there. So if there's little bits that you can't get, they're really difficult. Maybe even these side bits are going to be hard. I'll be spraying and just doing it by hand. Now, if you were doing one of the side windows and they were tinted and you need to remove it, or one of the rear quarter windows and there's no heating element inside, you could use the same process using the steam cleaner, and you could use a razor blade, something like this, and just scrape away like that after you heat it up, and through the glue removal process too with the methylated spirits. So that'll make your job a lot easier. The steam cleaner definitely helps lift the film off. I've tried a heat gun and the heat gun hardly works, so definitely the steam cleaner is the one you'd want to use for this job. can put a bit of spray on there as well. That'll help loosen it up as well as the steam. Okay, we're all done. We've got all the tint off. It's all nice and clean all the way around the edges. We use a steam cleaner to take off the bigger parts of the film, and once we got those pieces off, we're able to get rid of the glue residue with the methylated spirits or the denatured alcohol, and we're able to get that all cleaned up and ready for the new tint. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks.